And we're back for another edition of Say It in 4. I'm your host, Terrence Edwards. Joining me to carry the conversation, we have Tamisha Blue, Kevin Brown, Kevin Jones, and Jimmy Lightning Hawk. Today, we're going to open up the conversation talking about the Boulder, Colorado, Muhammad Sabri Solomon, who's 45 years old, and he's setting people on fire. So, Tamisha, what's going on with this?
Apparently, Mr. Solomon was here still in the country from an expired tourist visa that he received in 2022. And because of that, he was denied a firearm purchase. So then he decided to construct his own devices that included 20 or 24 Molotov cocktails, gasoline containers. And then he took out this motivated terrorist attack on a group of people. Right now it's 13 people, and then they wanted to say including one 88-year-old Holocaust survivor. I don't know. It's so much hate in the world. It's like I don't know. I don't know if this is the way to get your point across. Like I don't think this is the way.
So originally, according to sources, he tried to get a gun, but he was denied since he wasn't a citizen. Say what?
He was an illegal alien.
Right. And they're saying that he
was an asylumee, if I remember correctly.
Okay. But they denied him in regards to that or whatever, because the whole citizenship. So then he just can't even talk today. He decided to just do the cocktail instead of trying to get the gun. So imagine if he actually got the gun, what would have happened? So, Jim, how you feel about this, man?
All right, so I'm gonna go into a little other space and like, is he an actor about all of this, right? And I say that because we understand that, when these crimes happen or these heinous things happen, now everyone is in fear. When everybody's in fear, the pop-up government comes in and say, okay, now we're declaring this or we're declaring that. So, I mean, that's not something new. That's not new from the playbook at all of politics, of putting people in a fear state. So I don't know. I mean, they rounding everybody up in ICE, but somehow some
he got away.
Getting away and just burning things down for what is the reason other than like hatred, right? Like there's no kind of agenda to it, but we know there will be a recourse because of it, right? So I mean, call it a conspiracy, but I'm just saying we got to look at all the players. We've been played a lot by Hollywood, aka the big government.
So they're saying that he was charged with a federal hate crime and multiple state charges, including 16 counts of attempted first-degree murder. So they're really trying to get this guy really good.
Yeah.
Kev Brown, thoughts? We know you got something on this.
I'm with Jimmy, man. It's where's he from again? Where is
Egypt?
Student from?
Egypt.
Interesting. Between like the most recent incidents where a particular group of people were attacked, it's just too convenient of a offender. You know what I mean? Like for Jimmy's reason and for other reasons. I don't really want to get into it, but
why not? Get into it.
That's the whole point.
And this is the place.
Right.
Listen,
we're listening, Kevin.
Okay, well, because I'm not too informed on this yet. So This was in Boulder, Colorado. Was this an event or was this a random like this was like a park or something like this, like a public space?
It was the Pearl Street Mall.
The Pearl Street Mall.
Right. And this was a walk, Run for Their Lives walk, which is some type of awareness about remaining hostages in Gaza somewhere.
Yeah.
So he came and he just started throwing all these fire things, and he's talking about that he wanted to kill all Zionist people.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And wish they were all dead.
All right.
And he apparently shouted "Free Palestine."
Right.
During the attack.
Again, too convenient of a candidate, and not like forget that side of it. An illegal immigrant or an asylumee, which I believe he actually is, somebody that overstayed their visa at one point, was illegal, and received asylum under the Biden administration, if I remember the timeline correctly.
Mhm.
Come on, like it's just too obvious at this point. That's how I feel. I'm so tired of it. Like if people are really eating this stuff up, you need to go sit in a box somewhere. But you know, I feel terrible that this is happening to people, and it's extremely unfortunate. But we gotta call a spade a spade. Like people gotta start seeing this for what it is, which I think they're false flags.
False flags.
False flags.
Okay.
Which I can see. It has to be. It like I mean
It's too
we had
convenient.
school. It's very convenient. It's like just like Jimmy said. So they're gonna put something into play now. The government's gonna put something into play to have us all in fear of something new. But I mean, 26 kids can get shot in a school and we still don't have gun reform. Like, so it's like, do we really care about people dying for different causes? Like it's just fear mongering. That's all it is.
I think it's partly that, so like Jimmy said, Big Daddy government can come in and say, here's how we'll protect you, give us more of your freedoms. I think another part of it is we're advocating, we're advocating for Israel. When these things happen, we're going to scream at the top. Like, these convenient, unfortunate circumstances happen. It seems to always favor the political narrative or the political drive of this particular demographic, and then we parrot that and we perpetuate that through the media, and it just reverberates, and we all know they're losing support. They just aired out an entire food bank, and so obviously they're losing support. Again, I didn't want to get into this.
So, I mean, I'm not really, and I'm kind of confused. I mean, I don't know if I'm hearing you guys correctly, but it sounds like to me you guys think that this is more of like a conspiracy type of theory type of thing, and the government's behind it. Like, I'm kind of
not necessarily
confused.
a conspiracy. It's just the playbook. Every time that it happens this same way, that we had the whole thing where people
pattern recognition.
Yeah, exactly. Like people were after 9/11, everyone's scared of Muslims. And then it was like, oh no, you see how the when I talk to my children about how the airport used to be and how the airport is now, it's like, just like Kevin said, to be able to take more of your freedoms and things away.
It's not even just that. We do it. We do that to other governments. We do that to other countries. We do these things to uproot their government and their most favored elected officials, so we can install whoever we want to. We acknowledge that. Why do we think this is happening here?
We don't do it. We don't. No one voted for them.
Right.
What happens is, like, they robbed the bank with a U.S. flag, and it's now is the U.S. But that's American. Not the case. This is all business related, right? So it's no we.
It's Kevin Jones.
Well, thoughts and prayers to everybody involved, as always. It's an unfortunate situation. I agree with everybody on the panel. I think this is a quote unquote distraction to get us away from something else. I wouldn't be surprised if there was, and forgive me if I'm wrong, because I do think stuff like this does happen, but fall guys get put in place in order for things to happen. And I truly do believe that this might not be the case, but I truly do believe that people are sacrificed for certain things that the government wants to instill in us. So to Jimmy's point, to Kevin's point, to Tamisha's point, hopefully it's an isolated incident, and it is what it is, but what we think it is, it might not be. I mean, it could be something way deeper than just us looking at what happened and how the repercussions come after that. I'm looking at it now. What happens after this, and what happens after this will tell us a lot about what happened.
Yep, very true.
Well, it is what it is at this point. I think that this guy clearly got a little frustrated, a little upset, and decided to do something about it. Boulder is such a nice place, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
You know, so like,
It is.
though,
you,
T. Like the whole protest component has always been a stage. It's never
Mhm.
solved anything. No one has seen a million protests and like this law is going to change because the Million Man March happened. Protest has always just been a stage for the world to see what is happening, right? It has always been like that since what is it, civil rights, you know, Martin
right.
Luther King and all of them. We're gonna go stage the lunch counters and now we can show
Very
the
true.
world what's happening when we go into someone else's house and say we're gonna do whatever we want to, right? Like that is also a component of it. And this is also a stage. Him blowing people up that believes in Palestine and Gaza and all that has nothing to do with you in America now, right? You are here doing whatever. So why does one really connect? It doesn't. It really doesn't, unless we're now seeing the actors again. The whole Capitol takeover, that was again. You think that was all just happenstance, right? You just think people was fed up. We want to just run into the White House,
So,
tear stuff up.
you know,
Riot to the Capitol and
All
take.
these parts, like you gotta look at
Yeah,
all the
so
fingers, T. Like
go ahead, go ahead.
I know I'm just saying you got to look at all of these components, right? 9/11, right? No one just taught these people how to fly these James magically into these buildings and stuff, right? Like all of this stuff, you get so
Jim,
distracted off of when it happens to after it happens, everybody kind of forgets, and we're going to give you the next scandal and the next thing to distract you, and nobody puts two and
Now the
two and two
methodology I
together.
agree with.
Yes, that's it. It's the playbook.
And
Do
they,
y'all remember the guy that set himself on fire for the same cause?
Yep,
in New York, right?
DC.
he was DC.
It was DC. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
there
a
was one in New
statement.
York too.
That
But that's a
maybe.
statement.
Oh no,
He
that
only
was
heard- he
that was
only
on the
heard
metro.
this
That was an illegal immigrant that set somebody else on fire.
fire.
Yeah,
Oh,
a
okay.
homeless lady, I think it was.
Mhm.
But the dude that set himself on fire, that's a statement. That gets people's attention, and you don't harm anybody else in the mix. Like it's a terrible thing to do. Don't get me wrong. Nobody should set themselves on fire. But you know, if you're trying to get attention, you know, there are other ways to do it. Come on, dog.
And killing 13 people, I don't think so.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
got
that-
it.
22 state
Yeah.
felony charges. Like
it's almost like you set it up the right way. So now when you do pitch the martial law, it makes sense, right?
Mhm.
It do make sense. Like, yeah, we're taking gasolines from everyone. Like, we
Yeah.
understand.
we understand because now people can't.
Right.
Oh no, I got it confused between the guy who had set himself on fire near the Trump trial courthouse.
Oh,
That's
during
what
the
I thought it
trial.
was.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that. He didn't die, did he?
No, he did die.
Yeah,
he
he
died?
died. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
he
one was
died.
during the Trump trial. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything to
Gotcha.
stop Trump.
Well, it
All right,
didn't
well-
work. It didn't work.